don't forget that you can go get your very own Jake Munro plush. It's available now. As of today, it's only available for 10 more days. So, make sure you click the link down below. Based on Jake Munro's popular e-girl goth makeup. You remember that video, right? We all liked it. So click the link down below in the description and go get your very own Jake Munro plush right now. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. You can hang out and you can talk to him and you can pretend that he's like making fun of you or something. I don't know what you guys do. So don't miss out on this opportunity, okay? Because after this, at least 10 days, they're gone forever. Oh, wait, now it's time for the video. Unusual memes. Let's react. That was a perfect sound effect. You could actually sample that and use that in movies now. Please do! Because I've seen so many movies and shows. All of the sound effects are now really recognizable, especially this sound effect. No more of this. Movies still use this sound effect. Stop it! When it was meant to be one funny kind of video, one kind of funny video, and then it ended up being a different kind of funny video.
You know, if you really sit down and think about it.
I know, man, right? This is why you don't let yourself think about it. Oh, come on. Why are there so many videos like this? Stop doing things one-handed. It clearly does not work out very well. Also, who cares that you made hard-boiled eggs? Who cares?
Who do we call? Ghostbusters!
Oh, look at this absolute newbie. No, he's gotta know what he's doing. Yeah, he's playing. So he's playing around, right? So he's pretending to do the lean like a newbie. But there are videos of people out there doing the lean on the motorcycle and literally just moving their bodies and keeping the bike up straight. And before anyone leaves a comment saying that's what you're meant to do, you're not. Also, leave a comment. What should I react to next? Give me challenges, everybody. Leave a comment. What should I react to and what should the challenge be?
That's such a nice design.
Do you know what? I've actually noticed that ever since the panoramic, sanitization areas in bathrooms have gotten real stupid. Because they've designed it in a way, and they did this so quick, and almost every bathroom's like this, but they've designed it in such a way that you no longer have to touch anything. Go to the sink, and you don't need to touch the soap dispenser, you don't need to touch the tap, and you don't need to touch the hand dryer. It all happens automatically. And for some reason, some of these contractors have decided to get abstract with it, you know, kind of like Picasso. And they're like, what if the hand dryer, the tap, and the soap dispenser all came out of like the one thing? I'm making this up, obviously, but like, what if they all came out of the one? Or what if all three of them were right next to each other? I remember being in an airport bathroom not too long ago, and I put my hands under the tap, and the hand dryer went off at the same time, and blew water everywhere.
Oh my gosh, that was unbelievable right there. I might kill myself if somebody made that on me.
This guy has some things that he needs to like deal with in his life. Like if he would instantly unalive himself if he lost in a game of snooker like that. Wait, was that snooker? Pool? That's not snooker. Is that pool? That's pool. Not quite the Tesla jump, was it? Do you remember people were obsessed with that? If you haven't seen it, here's the clip. There was like a police-issued warrant for the guy that did it and the people that were there, and it was taken from a bunch of different angles. As far as I know to this day, no one knows who the hell that was. But who the hell jumps a $100,000 electric car, a Tesla, like that? Was that like the Tom and Jerry scream? Why would you touch it? Oh, do you know what? That reminds me of something that my idiot brother did. So here's a little insight into how stupid my brother is, my little brother. He once put his hand on a stove to see if it was on. Here's the kicker. It was on. And he had to go to hospital.
Oh, I don't give a bitch. I swear to God.
What was that chaos? See, this is why you don't need to go out to have this kind of discourse happening. If you want to go out, get into a fight, meet some strange, crazy people, then, you know, that's its own kind of discourse. But you don't. It is not exclusive to going out. Crazy shit can happen indoors, too, with people that you know.
I be shit you did up.
The hell? Were they sharing the brain cell between each other? Oh, raccoons! Oh, the hands. The little... the little hands. Oh my god, they are precious. Bats! Oh, they're adorable. You know what, bats? I say I like a lot of animals. Also, someone tried to educate me on the fact that orangutans are not monkeys. I know they're not monkeys. I know I was talking about monkeys and me not particularly liking monkeys, and then in the same breath said I like orangutans. I didn't say orangutans are who thinks orangutans are monkeys? That happens all the time. Can I blame you for it? I don't know, because not that many people do that like correcting thing. So I'll be talking about one thing and then halfway through I can switch to another topic, something that's closely related to what I'm talking about. But obviously not ultimately related, like orangutans not being monkeys, but I was still talking about animals that I like. But I do have like a tiered list, and I think I might release it at some point. Not that I've ever really thought about like my top 10. I used to think panthers were my favorite, but panther is not an animal. Look it up. That is a CrossFit pull-up if I've ever seen one. Someone was telling me about like CrossFit's great because it teaches you the correct swinging technique for getting into a pull-up or a muscle-up. You don't swing into a pull-up or a muscle-up. You're not meant to be swinging into it. By swinging into it, you are using momentum from your entire body to bypass a lot of the pulling motion. You are not meant to be swinging into pull-ups. That was a CrossFit pull-up. Do not swing. Like, don't wriggle your entire body to get up. I've never seen any British postmen doing that, but it seems to be quite common in America. That's nuts. It's nuts that they do that. It's nuts that they keep getting away with it. It's nuts that people get fired for doing that, and yet people still do it. I mean, what did you expect? The animals were not gonna come over to the food? Though one of my favorite videos is people having a picnic. The bear comes over, takes a seat at the picnic table, and a guy makes a sandwich for the bear, and the bear waits for him to finish making the sandwich. It's an amazing video.
She's good!
Oh man. So I don't have many fond memories of my family. Not many. In fact, as soon as I was old enough to stay home alone, I opted for that option every single time. Hey Jay, we're going out for a walk, we're going to the beach, we're going somewhere that's not your PlayStation. Nah. You guys have fun, I'll farm in Final Fantasy Town, be cool. But one of the few fond memories I have, and we never did it again afterwards. We did it once. And it was just one of those things that you know is happening, or like a group of friends, like You finally hang out with a group of friends and everything's spontaneous and great and amazing, and you're having a really good time, and all you can think about is how much you want this to happen again. And it will never happen again. It's one of those freak opportunities, those freak moments in time in people's social lives where everything syncs up and you will have a really fun time, and they never happen again, no matter how much you try to make it happen. But my family got a 1,000-piece puzzle, and we put it on the dining room table, and as we were like passing, you do a little bit of it, then you walk away, and then as the puzzle was nearly completed, we all like sort of sat at the table talking about stuff and just like finishing the puzzle, and it was like a really fun time. And it's like one of the only few happy memories I have of my family.
Good. Apologies.
The guy just eating... What is that? It's not Gouda. What is it? Is it brie?
A couple lady sentences for no apologies. All good. Okay. Moving on.
That's a lot of calories. It's a lot of fat. Fat being a macro. So the reason why things are low fat, and people are like, oh, that doesn't mean you won't get fat if you eat it. It just means there are 3 macros. There are 3 macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Now, per gram of each of these macronutrients, protein and carbohydrates both have 3 calories per gram. So 1 gram of protein equals 3 calories. Both of those macronutrients have 3 calories per gram. 1 gram of carbohydrates, 3 calories. 1 gram of protein, 3 calories. Here's the kicker. Here's why low fat actually does contribute towards eating less calories or putting on less fat. It is because 1 gram of the macronutrient fat is 9 calories. So just to put that into perspective, if you were to eat 100 grams of protein, then 100 grams of protein would be 300 calories. But if you ate 100 grams of fat, that's 900 calories. Anyway, let's move on with the memes. I don't know why. Fitness and nutrition it's kind of like my passion. I've been into it for a long time, so I can talk about it for a long time. He got jelly. Oh, look at him touch the jelly. I know Americans call it jello, but here we call it jelly. In fact, I'm pretty sure Jello was the brand, right? Like the brand was Jello, and Jello made jelly. Is that right? Like everyone calls it a Hoover, but it's a vacuum. Hoover was a company that made vacuums, like jacuzzis. Again, it's another one. A hot tub is the name of the product. Jacuzzi was a company that made the product. What is the shape of that banana? I wish we could have heard a little bit more of that clip, because I wanted to hear the noise that would have come out of that boy's mouth. Even simulated injury is hilarious to me if it's done well, if the physics engine is good.
I need an egg.
That was going to be like one of those super workers, you know, the ones that you see that are just really super fast and efficient at like making stuff.
Monty, was it you that knocked over the rubbish bin? What about you, Pepper?
Oh, I think it might have been Pepper. You went hiking in Crocs?
Why?
Why? Yeah, why indeed? See, dogs hate loud, like, wind-based technology. Or even, no, do you know what? Just all loud technology. Which I think is incredibly inefficient. Think of how many loud appliances you have. You think they could have figured out a way to make them not loud. But that dog it finally had enough. It was like, do you know what? I'm putting an end to this. Putting an end to the loud machine that she keeps holding and the bitch that keeps turning it on. No. No. No, you got a stage for this? Sound system? People were called? So knock at the door, I'll be right back. Oh, it scared the living crap out of the Amazon delivery guy. That was kind of funny. Oh. Is there a magnet in golf balls that turns it into a homing missile for testicles? That's like a 1 in a million chance. Think of all the directions, the micro directions it could possibly go. In terms of like coordinates in every single direction it could possibly go. I'm talking numbers to like the 100th power, right? And yet, why are there so many videos of people getting hit in the nuts with a golf ball?
And then you're gonna put 3 ounces of bourbon in. So this is a pretty strong drink. So of course you want to make sure all those flavors get mixed up. So you're gonna go ahead and kind of,
Who is this idiot?
Make messes all over the place. And that's how you make an old-fashioned.
An old-fashioned hangover? An old-fashioned trip to the hospital to get your stomach pumped? Oh, Christ. Me and Kat went to a really fancy place in the center of the city last night, and we ordered some cocktails, as we usually do, because we're a big fan of cocktails. And we ordered something called a zombie. Now, if anyone's ever had a zombie, you can probably attest to this. That shit was like drinking paint thinner. It was so strong, and the glass was huge. I honestly don't know how we walked out of there, but we were fine after that. So thank you, alcohol tolerance.
Spray foam here, scrub drill.
Oh god. Have you seen the inside of a handyman's van? Like a white van? I don't know if that's a thing in America. It is over here. I'm not saying it couldn't be a thing in America. I'm just saying that like a white van man is kind of like a British staple over here. But have you seen the inside? Like the painter? Do they keep any of the paint in the tins?
So have you ever done DMT?
I've never watched the Joe Rogan podcast. I feel like if you've ever met a guy who watches a Joe Rogan podcast, he tells you straight up multiple times and bases his entire personality around the fact that he watches Joe Rogan podcasts. I think we all know people like this. In fact, he probably spends most of his time in a conversation waiting for people to stop talking so that he can interject more information about Joe Rogan. Why was she? I mean, if that's his bed game, then yeah, I'd be crying too.
You all right?
Oh, that was perfect. That'll do. Had a great day because I made it a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.